I am originally a painter. I mostly paint. I'm really interested in 2D design, but I wanted to get outside of my normal artistic range, and I thought that 3D printing is kind of trendy in technology in the world today, so I wanted to get some skills for that professionally especially.
Our goal is to kind of find the best way to integrate it into the visual arts, and also to collaborate with engineering and communication, agriculture, even health sciences, where we can bring all different kinds of ideas and reasons for using the technology to share the problem solving and the learning curve and learn from each other.
Building things wasn't really what I thought I was getting into, but it was definitely really interesting to see kind of how it all worked together. And I think that gave me a better understanding too of how 3D printing works to begin with. They have 3 different axes, and we had to build motors for each one of those. So you really get to see how it goes up and it moves over and then back down, and it goes all the way through space. So that was cool.
They've built 2 machines, and they've also been using laser cutters over and above just the 3D printing, and so it's been a growing kind of evolution in the class, very organic as far as, since we haven't done this before, we had goals, but we didn't necessarily know the timeline, and so it's helping us figure things out before we get a large fab lab with really nice industrial grade equipment.
What's the cool thing about this class is we're still trying to figure out what exactly we all want from this class, and Jim's been really awesome about letting us do kind of our own projects. So a lot of these students in here are BFAs, or they already have a body of work that they want to work towards. So we're all just kind of applying our concepts and using the technology to manufacture those.
It's been a great collaboration. The students from media arts that have a strong background in, say, sound have been a great contribution. The students from engineering have been a great contribution as far as solving, things like motherboards and electrical issues and these sorts of things, and and everybody has, they have a much more analytical problem-solving method, whereas the art students have a much more, more kind of organic problem-solving method. That's they take such different approaches, and they've been such good collaborators. It's interesting to see how those integrate to come to resolutions for the issues that either having with the machines themselves or even in the drawing process. And we've learned as much from them, I think, than they've simply learned from us. So.
I mean, 3D printing is really going to be the way of life in just a few years. I mean, this technology actually isn't that expensive for how technical it is. And I think that, I mean, even down to printing broken parts for an easel, or I've even seen tabs to hang up photos with that you can print out. I mean, there's so many different applications, and anything you can dream, you can design in there. So any little need, you can build it.
Who knows what's going to be around in 10, 15 years. It could be a whole different scenario, and so by getting in on this ground floor, they're going to be so prepared for what comes next.